Welcome to the Exit 58 podcast, a show about pop culture, tech, politics, and anything else they can come up with.
Hey everybody, it is another edition of the Exit 50A podcast. I'm Derek, Kaz is not here, and we're joined by another new special guest.
It's just me, Danny.
Danny.
I'm back.
Dan,
you forgot me, huh?
I don't remember extending Danny an invitation.
Well, look,
you left such a good impression last time, I forgot who you were.
You'd have nobody on the show if Danny didn't show up. It'd be you, yourself, and you.
That's true. I already did one by myself, and that resulted in me yelling about Chick-fil-A and
upsetting
the
listeners.
White House Correspondents' Dinner. It was a very political, religious podcast. I didn't mean to do that, but that's what happened.
You were angry back then. I heard that show. I wasn't on back then, but I did hear that one.
Yeah. Well, hey, sometimes you gotta tell the truth, as they say.
I hear you. But hey, it was good hanging with you and your boys last week. We went out. We went out. So typically the show every year, from what I understand, does a barnstorming tour. Usually, so this time of year,
yes,
you and your friends get together once a year.
Yes,
and go to Scranton, PA.
Yes,
because it's just a thing to do. One of your old friends was up there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, JPS. Yes,
and so, but this year you guys stayed local.
Yeah, we hung out in the fine town of Glassboro. Very interesting experience from numerous perspectives.
Yeah.
We had a new coworker of mine offer to buy us a round of beers, and one round turned into a few rounds.
Yes, we love that coworker.
Yes, so that was a pretty cool experience, and it was a lot of fun.
I tried getting up to buy the next round.
Yeah.
And he was like, Danny, no, put your money. Danny, your money is no good here, Danny.
See, you guys are both D1 guys, so you talk that talk.
That's right.
You talk the money talk.
That's right.
So it was a fun time at Caesars. Yeah, you talked the money talk. So it was a fun time heading to Caesars. And then from there.
A Glassboro hotspot, by the way. We don't want to advertise it too much.
We
don't advertise it too much because it is like a getaway.
Yeah. But my favorite part of the whole experience, besides the buying of the beers, so I got a call from my mom while we were there. She said, hey, I got some stuff to do. Because my mom is always worried about me entertaining people.
Yeah.
And thinking that I'm not going to have something that somebody wants or whatever, or somebody's going to be left unhappy or something. So she's always protective of that. So she drove to Caesars. So I go out.
Has your mom ever been to Caesars before?
No.
Okay.
She knows where it is.
We should have invited her in. That was very rude of us.
That was rude of us, but my mom has not had I think she's only had like a handful of sips of alcohol in her entire lifetime. So
she's better off.
Yeah, she definitely is. But she was out there, and as I walked out there, Danny, you were out there too.
Yeah, I know. I never met her before,
Yeah.
so I figured I would stop by and say hi.
I took a picture to commemorate the occasion because it is very difficult to get. You two will talk on the phone, but you two are not in the same place at the same time.
Yeah,
often.
it doesn't happen that often.
Yeah.
But she knows that she can come to this trusted source.
Yes.
Who will guide you along the path of goodness in this world. Shall we say that?
You learned that at UConn, I suppose.
Yeah.
Okay.
I couldn't remember where I went to school, but no. Yeah, our UConn days.
So it was fun time.
But packed house though at Caesar. So typically we can we would hit the bar.
Yeah.
Like sit right at the bar.
Yeah.
Nope, that wasn't the case this time around. We were in the cheap seats.
Happy hour.
Yeah, but the girl literally came over, the bartender, to do a cleanup on all of the bottles that were strewn all over the table. It was a full recycle bin, shall we say, to say the least.
Yeah, so that was a fun time. At least that part of it. It was a long night.
Yeah, that was just the beginning.
Yeah, that was just the beginning. So eventually, we Uber to a place called Gleason's.
Yes.
And where is that? Franklinville? Or I
that
don't
is
even know where
actually
that is.
in Clayton.
Clayton.
It's Clayton, Franklinville area. Yeah.
Yes. So before we get there, I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But we're on a streak right now of bizarre Uber drivers.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So we had a middle-aged woman, I guess.
Sharon, was her name.
Sharon was her name?
Sharon, yeah.
Okay. So thank you to Sharon.
Yeah, she did a great job.
If you're listening, you did a great job because it's not. There were, 6 of us?
Do you think Sharon, the Uber driver, is listening to this show? I hope she does for our sake.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so too. You know, somebody probably needs a good Uber score. You know, you would need to get to that. You want to get that. You want to get to that. What is it? 5 stars or whatever?
Yeah, 5-star service.
Yeah, you need that. So, so we get in there, and I always sit in the front seat. Why is that?
Well, because I don't know.
So, anyways, I end up in the front seat, and she's got a pizza box there in her front seat.
I forgot you mentioned that.
Yeah.
Why does she have a pizza box there? Because, by the way, there was, 6 of us. So we couldn't just get like a normal like Uber where somebody's driving like a 2-door Honda Civic or something like that.
Yeah,
we needed something with some size.
Yeah.
So Sharon had like, I don't know what she had that night, but Derek, even with all of us going in, that's why Derek had to go up front because we needed every single seat in that spot.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. So
maybe we just thought you were hungry.
Maybe. I would have probably eaten that pizza. We ate pizza prior to getting in the car, but I would have probably done that. But anyways, we ended up at Gleason's. Sharon, I kid around. Sharon was a fine young lady.
Yeah.
Thank you for your assistance. So we get to Gleason's, and man, you want to talk about stepping into a time machine or stepping out of a time machine. That was it.
So Danny had been there before. I was there before.
Yeah.
And the place from the outside is amazing looking. So I really like some older establishments, some establishments that have some character.
Yeah.
You may frequently call them dive bars. Gleason's is right there with it.
Yeah.
And here came in six guys rolling into Gleason's that got the stink eye as soon as we walked through the door because it's probably, and it's not like that we were not dressed appropriately. Like it's a dive bar and we were all in just t-shirt, shorts and, wearing normal stuff. But I guess we're not one of like the same 20 people that hang at that bar, I'm assuming, every weekend.
Yeah.
So we were like, really got the up and down from the local crowd there.
Yeah, it was a tough crowd. Obviously, there's some, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not localism, but it's something close to that. They feel ownership in the bar.
Yeah.
So it's like it's their bar, not yours. So good thing I didn't have an Express shirt on or anything.
No, thank God, because you dressed so well at Caesars, and we're like, we're not going out like this.
Yeah, so I dressed down.
Yeah.
Wore Super Bowl champions Eagles T-shirt to support my team.
And I think that's pretty much. Never mind.
What? What is there a problem?
I think that's why they probably stared at us. They're like, that guy's not an Eagles fan. That's probably what it was. I just put it together now. I just figured it out. That guy's a Tom Brady fan.
Well, it's all conjecture.
But so I think that's normal. So in some of the dive bars that I hang at that I've been more familiar with, you do kind of get a little protective, and if it's people you don't know, you kind of give them the up and down. So I kind of understand what they did there.
Yeah, I guess you see these cats walk in, and you don't know who they are, where they're from, or whatever. But I had a good time. I enjoyed.
We sat at a table. So then we saw it has pool table. So let's just give the full up and down here at Gleason's real quick for people that don't know. So Gleason's, big wraparound bar, very cool bar. Obviously, it's a little dated there, but there's pool tables and a great shuffleboard table. So we happened to be sitting there, and we were there maybe in our seat for like 5 minutes, and I happened to spot the shuffleboard table and was just kind of like, who wants to play? Let's do it. But in those kind of places now, shuffleboard etiquette for those who don't know how to play shuffleboard.
Now, see, I know no shuffleboard etiquette.
Oh, so here's the shuffleboard etiquette. One of the things is you have to look when you're if there's a shuffleboard table in a bar. You always look at where the score is, or if there's like a chalkboard somewhere.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you can keep score on a platform or the chalkboard, because people chalk their names up there for who's next in line. And if you just go up there, usually it's the champs that are still up there. If you go up there and take their board, it gets a little pissy. So there's some etiquette there. Also, and I happen to break it too, and I feel bad about this. we don't bring our drinks near the shuffleboard table. Your drinks you don't hold them in your left hand and shoot with your right or vice versa, because God forbid.
I noticed that. We didn't do that. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I had one incident where I caught myself and I said, "Oh, this is bad. We're going to get talked to." Because you don't do that, and you don't stick it in the gutter when you're shooting. It's just not good. But yeah, shuffleboard was a good time. We played that. Your buddy Jay and I were bonding that night. First time meeting him. We played we played the lottery there because you're allowed to there in that bar. It was legal, very legal.
Right.
And so yeah, it was a really good time.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
You and Kaz were rolling the table though.
Oh yeah, we were unstoppable. Pippen and Jordan, knocking it down. In fact, after we were done playing, I went over to cash out and call it a night. And there was an elderly gentleman at the bar and said, "Why are you guys doing all that yelling over there?" I said, I'm winning. I'm winning. I get excited when I win.
Yeah, see, that we probably were too much for them.
Yeah, I think so. I think we were a little bit, but that's okay. That's all right.
But Gleason's, heads up, if you're ever in the area to check it out in Clayton, their wings, their boneless wings, spot on, man. Yeah. And tater tots. They have tater tots and boneless wings. I highly recommend. I've eaten before there. Thank you.
Yeah, but it was a great time overall. One thing, we were talking about this a little bit beforehand. One thing that I noticed, and you all, for those of you who might be young bucks listening to this podcast, if this were, 23, 24, 25, 26 years old, I don't think I would have gotten up until noon. 1 o'clock-ish. Now, you know what? No matter what time you go to bed, you're up early.
Yeah, you just do it.
Yeah, you just got to get up and roll. I like that. I'm not a big, when I hear college kids like, oh, I woke up at 3 o'clock today. Like, what do you do? Your day's over, sir.
Yeah, your day's over.
Your day's over.
We got up, so we stayed at Derek's house, and we just got up and got out. One of our buddies, Kaz.
Yeah.
Familiar from the show.
Yes.
Obviously knows Kaz. Kaz got out at 6 a.m. Bruce, up and out at 6 a.m. Bruce is, you might be familiar with Bruce with the traffic reports that he does in the Christmas Eve show here.
Yes.
Myself, I was up and out by like 7:30-ish.
Yes.
And yeah, you just get up and you go.
There was one unfortunate part of the evening that I did notice, and I made a mistake, and this is on me. I have to be better. At one point in the evening, Kaz was watching on my phone Bills Browns. So he's watching preseason football.
Yes.
So we get back in the car to go back to my place. And they said, let me see the phone for a second. So I gave him the phone.
Which, by the way, Derek then now was sitting with the Lyft driver at this point,
yes,
up front.
That's correct. So I give my phone up, and I think, okay, they're watching a game. Nope, not watching a game.
Nah, we weren't watching a game.
So I'm a user of a dating app called Bumble.
Not familiar with it, but we've talked about it on the show before.
Yes, and I have the age settings set to very specific.
Oh no! I didn't know he did this.
Very specific, very specific limits.
He changed the limits.
Yeah. So I guess think about it like this, okay? In football terms, all right.
Not Kaz didn't do this, by the way. Let's clean this up.
This was not Kaz. Yeah, this was not Kaz. In football terms, right?
Yeah.
So my approach previously was like, a very ground heavy attack.
Yes.
And this new attack is we're throwing the ball on every down, no matter what.
Okay.
So the age limit was pretty much...
Didn't care.
Didn't matter. Didn't matter, really. I've seen some numbers on here that I haven't seen in a long time.
So yeah.
Now, the good news is, I did get more hits.
There you go. See, it worked.
The bad news is, I don't want those hits.
Oh no, the hits keep on coming.
Yes. So,
but so why don't you want those hits? What is it? I don't look.
So, yeah.
The general idea was so the settings were changed, but also swipe right was basically trending that night because a certain member of the group just kept, no matter what it looked like, swiping right.
Yeah. Yeah, no matter what. And I have all these expired conversations now on my phone from not answering people.
And the reason the football thing, Derek brought that up, was because one of our other buddies, well, this is really your friends, not mine. I'm just new to the group. But one of your other friends decided to go onto YouTube and play an old football game and play it loud so it would sound like it was a football game that Kaz would be watching. When in essence, they were just swiping right on your phone, on Bumble, a dating app.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, something might come about that. You know, maybe your true love was found on that back road coming home from Gleason's.
No, I can confirm that did not happen. I can confirm that did not happen. I turned down any offer of yes or any conversation.
But that was a fun night.
It was fun, yes.
You guys are a good group to hang with, and I hope to hang with you guys again.
We'll see.
Another
we'll
time.
see. Don't get your hopes up.
Because it was a really good time with you guys.
Yeah, that was fun. You don't when you get older, you don't have those nights as many times as you once did. So
no,
which makes them even more fun. When you
yeah, absolutely. Because when you're younger, you're doing them like every other week.
Yeah.
Now there's not for nothing. No, we're not shy, but we're not doing that every weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, I just started hanging out with you after all, but yeah. But yeah, but on the food thing, we were gorging ourselves on your stuff, and then you and I hung out again on Saturday night.
Yes.
And so a while back we were talking about it was National Chicken Wing Day or something like that. We brought up on the last podcast, I believe, and so Kaz was asking what national chain was one of your favorite spots, and so one of the spots that was brought up was Buffalo Wild Wings. Right, so I and you had an experience a while back with Buffalo Wild Wings. Maybe it wasn't the best spot at the time, right? They had just opened up in the area here in Deptford, and my experience was that their wings were small, and I like wings, and so I eat them pretty much everywhere, right? Everywhere we go, I pretty much have wings.
Right.
So we go to Buffalo Wild Wings. We won't even talk about the service because that'll take us on a 20-minute tirade.
So. Let's indulge briefly.
Yeah.
The service at most Buffalo Wild Wings is not good.
Yeah, so
I find it to be not good.
It's only my second time, so I can't speak to it.
Like they just take too long to serve you. Yeah. And how many people were at the bar? Like 5?
5.
5 out of what? Like 30 seats?
Yeah. And the place was empty.
Yeah. All they're doing is showing a Bengals Cowboys preseason game.
Yeah, which you weren't even paying attention to, which I applaud you for that.
Oh, that game was horrible.
Yeah, you were watching something on your phone instead.
I was watching NXT TakeOver on my phone.
Yeah. But so what did you think of the wings? So I got hot. What did you get? You got boneless?
Salt and vinegar.
Salt and vinegar.
Yes, very good.
Have you had them before?
No, first time.
You like
dry, but good.
So you like it dry, and you like that combo?
Yeah, that works for me.
Yeah, so mine were good. But you tried some of mine. I got the hot ones.
Yeah, what the hell what were you doing?
I was gasoline on that thing.
Yeah,
the other thing I would recommend to Buffalo Wild Wings is putting the actual numbers on the menu.
What do you mean?
The number of wings that you get.
Oh yeah. So they put small, medium, and large, and extra large?
Yeah, something like that.
That's ridiculous. And the numbers don't make sense.
No, it was like 5, 9.5. 16 and 21, and somehow I ended up with like 30. So I don't know. You're losing money on that Buffalo Wild Wings there.
Yeah, that was pretty annoying. But the food was good.
Yeah, the food was good. You could have put anything in our stomach there that night, I think, and it would probably been good. You know what I mean? Including
it's recovery day. That's important.
Yeah, that is
it's recovery day.
The day after you go out having some cocktails.
Yeah,
you cheat a little bit, right? Maybe you have some wings. Some French fries. Oh, I'm a big French fry guy. Some cheesesteaks, maybe. How do you like your cheesesteak?
Very, very simple. Cheese, American cheese, that is, and the actual steak. That's it. I don't want onions. None of that.
Yeah, no onions. They're disgusting.
Yeah, melt the cheese on there. None of that whiz. None of that.
Oh, I love the whiz though, man.
No, you can't do whiz.
Whiz without. So if you're going in Philly here, it's Pat's or Geno's. Whiz without or
never get whiz.
Oh, whiz
never
is beautiful.
Get whiz.
When you get the fries and you put some whiz on those.
I feel my arteries tightening up when I eat.
So good. Have you tried it before?
No, I don't like Cheese Whiz. Just looks.
You don't like
gross.
it, or you've never tried it? Have you ever tried it, Cheese Whiz? Because we're gonna your answer right now, young man, will determine the fate of episode 48, our next show.
What?
Yeah, because we're going to try something with Cheese Whiz on it. That's what I'm saying.
I've had whiz on nachos.
Oh, so you like it?
No.
Oh.
I don't. It's bad. It's not real cheese. It is not real cheese.
I eat a lot of processed stuff, so Danny doesn't mind.
You're a carnivore. It's not
I'm very
real.
much a carnivore.
It's not real cheese. Fake. Fake cheese.
No, I love it, though. I love cheese. I love... so whiz without is how I order it. And you got to do it quick.
Whiz without.
Yeah. So whiz.
What does that mean?
It means cheese whiz, so you're getting cheese. And without means no onions.
Oh.
So if you go to Pat's or Geno's next time, you just say that in the window. They know. Yeah. That's what they do.
Tony Luke's?
You know what? Tony Luke's, before I wasn't a big fan. I've never tried the one down here in Glassboro, though.
Interesting.
Yeah. I should give that a go, right? Because we usually do, like...
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. I don't mind it. The bread's good. So, I don't have, like... people are real picky about cheesesteaks. I don't care. Just whatever. Just don't mess up the cheese. As long as you don't mess up the cheese, you're good in my book.
Okay, well... So today I happened to meet up with a Rowan alum. He was a big
Yes, you did.
Our RTF.
Another blue chipper.
Yeah, another blue chipper.
Yeah, we got a lot of them.
Jack stopped in here. He works on the TV show Entertainment Tonight in LA.
Yes.
And so it got us kind of talking earlier about like TV shows that are out there. And we brought up the idea that the Big Bang Theory's ending. What are your thoughts? I've watched the show, and I feel like I should like it more. I think it's funny, but it's never held my attention to go watch the entire series. Like to watch multiple episodes.
I think that the problem with a lot of these shows is that when it first starts, you see the central, like, you envision the ending, I guess. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. When you look at that show, it's about Leonard and Penny basically getting together. Like, that's what you're ultimately... That's how the show's set up. It's around those two. So the ultimate idea is you're thinking, okay, they should get together or whatever. So when that happens, then it's like, well, what do I do now? So then you kind of have to pivot to focusing on other characters. And I think some weird things have happened to the characters off air, behind the scenes in real life that have kind of impacted the show. I think Kaylee Cuoco broke, if I remember right, she broke her leg or something. But anyways, a show like that, the fact that it got to 12 years as a comedy, that's a pretty amazing accomplishment.
It's going to be the longest running TV show, they said, of all time.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy with all the hit shows like the Cheers, the Cosby Show? I know we can't mention Cosby anymore, but...
And Cosby and Cheers were about 10 years, right? 10, 11 years. Cosby was 84, 93, or 92, and then Cheers was right around the same thing.
But, I mean, the show can only run so many storylines. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can only do so much with these characters. And... I know there's even another show that's kind of a spin-off of this, right? Because there's Sheldon. Sheldon's on there.
Yeah.
And he's like one of the big main characters there, but they have another show called Little Sheldon or something. I don't know. But yeah, I think it's just time for it to go.
Yeah.
I think it's time. And I think that they recognize, so they're getting kicked off, right? You're going out on a high. The show's still generating some good ratings, and they'll get it all going again.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of that show. I did watch it a fair amount, but I never, like, after the first few seasons, I kind of checked out of it because it ran normally. One of the reasons I started watching the show because it was on right before How I Met Your Mother, I believe. It was either right on before that or right after, so I always was able to watch it. So I thought that was pretty cool to at least kind of jump in early on in the series. And then after a while, you see where it's going, it happens, and then you're like, okay.
Disappointment.
Yeah, the side characters are what, at least in my opinion, is what the show started to focus on a little bit more. Obviously, Sheldon became the biggest star of the show in a sense.
He had a catchphrase. What was his catchphrase? Is it a catchphrase?
Oh my God.
Meow or cat's got a something. It's with a cat. Anybody out there know? Are you screaming at us right now?
Bazinga. That's
Bazinga.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with a cat.
No.
But no, he's got. Is there something called soft kitty, porn kitty or something like that? Soft kitty, warm kitty, cold kitty.
That's his thing.
Okay.
Soft kitty.
Soft kitty.
Yeah.
Well, I know where the. Oh, I guess I know where the. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, that's his.
I probably shouldn't have said that last comment, but okay, that's all right. So Derek, I think. Do we have any update? Let's just do a quick update. Is there any new people listening to us?
Let's go to the tape.
Yeah, real quick before we hit ICYMI. Because I feel like we updated the last time, and I feel like our show was diverse last time.
Diverse.
I don't even remember our last freaking show, honestly. When did we last record? December of 2019? 2018, I mean, rather?
Early August.
Well, that'd be the future. Early August.
Yes, early August. I think I mentioned New Orleans.
Yeah.
That's, Portland, Maine.
Yeah.
So that's been impressive. Jackson, Mississippi as well. Thank you for checking out the show.
Miss Jackson, if you're nasty.
Roanoke, Virginia. Lynchburg, Virginia.
Beautiful area where they
Yes.
make some fine bourbon.
Yeah. Lynchburg
Oh, wait, no,
is
is it Lynchburg, Tennessee? I don't know what they do.
No, that's Lynchburg, Tennessee. You're thinking of Lynchburg. Lynchburg, Virginia.
I'm sure they do something amazing there.
Liberty University is there.
Oh, beautiful Christian University. We love them.
It's an hour away from where my grandmother lives too. So
Was your grandmother listening to us?
absolutely not.
That'd be hysterical.
No, it would not be.
Now, Derek, I heard you talk about that. What?
She would start laughing.
Would she?
Yeah, she would start laughing.
Would you let your parents listen to the show?
Absolutely not.
Okay, I wouldn't let my parents listen to the show
There would
either.
be no show.
Yeah, I barely want my friends to listen to the show.
My parents are afraid, like, if I play video games, that I'm gonna burst into flames or something. Like, they're very worried about me walking outside.
What does that mean?
I don't know. They just they're like, oh, Derek, I don't know if you should be doing that. It's whatever. Writing a blog about football. Derek, I don't know. I mean, what if somebody from work sees what you write?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
I'm like, okay, fine.
Don't overthink it.
Yeah. It's nothing. Stuff happens, but I'm not gonna have to live.
I agree.
Let me live, bro.
Amen. Preach.
Yeah, but anyways, thanks to all those who have been checking out the podcast. We greatly appreciate it. And now, Philadelphia has overtaken
L.A.? That's because Jacksontown.
They've overtaken L.A.
Yeah.
And they've overtaken San Francisco.
Who is listening to us here?
Yes. So we have certainly curried a lot of new listeners over the last couple of months.
Good.
Yes, in the Delaware Valley area. So thank you to them. I'm sure you're listening right now.
Yeah, thank you.
The
fake tip of the hat, because neither of us are wearing a hat.
Yes, we don't have hats on, but
if we would tip them to you.
Yeah, respect.
Yeah.
Respect, as the little kid did during the Derek Jeter retirement game.
All right, well, let's get to our next segment, because this one's going to be a fly-by-night ICYMI, in case you missed it.
ICYMI, in case you missed it.
Exit 58 podcast. It is ICYMI. Danny I'm still surviving the show. Instead of Kaz not being here.
That's the only reason why you're still on the show.
Well,
he's not here. We needed somebody to do the show.
I know. Well, look, bro. There's nobody banging down the door to do the damn thing. So.
Oh. Actually, there is somebody banging down the door to do it. We just have to get them on the show.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
wow.
we will make
Danny,
sure that
can I be on that show? Or would I be replaced?
I don't know. I mean, we'll have to figure that out. I mean, that's going to be a personnel decision.
Okay.
That the powers to be at the podcast will have to make.
Well, I've made more episodes than Stevie made, so.
Oh, okay.
All right. Finally, here we go. Finally, there is a way to ensure that your social media posts go where they belong, directly into the proverbial garbage can. I love this story. It's all thanks to a new kind of site called Brizzly. It's a social media that, like Twitter and Facebook, gives you a little box to fill with life's updates. But an improvement on both services, it then takes your text and does absolutely nothing with it. The site positions itself as a way to break your social media habit by giving you all the endorphins that come with creating content and pressing send, but none of the downsides. You won't say something dumb and lose your job. No one will respond to you and tell you you're an idiot. And there will be precisely zero metrics such as likes or retweets that make you question your self-worth. Instead, the post will disappear forever and your life will move on.
I don't understand what's happening here. I don't understand what's happening.
It's the greatest site ever. We should have the people that created this on. So basically, because what studies show is that people get like these endorphin rush and get addicted to their phones because they want to see the likes and the retweets, and it fires off stuff in their head.
Yeah.
Right? And that's what people are addicted to, posting stuff. This site gives you that idea to do that, but there's no repercussions of it. So you basically get the same feeling, the same high from it, but it goes nowhere.
Nobody sees it.
Nobody sees it. That's what I just read. Are you listening to Danny?
I'm listening, but this is ridiculous.
Danny's reading this.
Why would you use a social media site?
For that same reason, because you would still get the high from it, of getting it, of hitting send, right? It's a placebo effect. You still get the same high from typing whatever crackpot message you want to type, and then you click send, and you still get whatever that rush or whatever that feeling is for you.
This is outrageous.
I love this idea because you know what? So I find myself. So I am somebody that I'm on social media.
Yeah.
I pulled back from posting a lot, especially like on the Insta side of things, because Danny's not a big Facebooker. But here's the thing: I've been trying to be more mindful of my social media stuff because it's like, I figured. And you know who's a trendsetter in this area, and I'll give him credit for it. I like to go through the posts of the Insta post. Yeah. I don't like to post stuff.
Yeah.
A frequent listener, T Dub.
Yeah.
Right.
How do you know him?
Oh, that's right. I think he's a friend of Rob's, that guy that used to be on the show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I remember Rob.
Well, you get around a lot, man.
Yeah, I know.
Siphoning off of our friends. I mean, this is nonsense.
I know. But anyway, from what I understand, he's not a big social media person, and he is always criticizing it. But I kind of agree with it. So Apple is actually coming out with an app in their next update in the fall that is going to give you the ability to, on your smartphone, on your iPhone, set time restraints on the amount of social media that you use. So you can do it across platforms or in individual platforms or all of them. Yeah. And you can say, allow me 15 minutes of social media use a day. And it will give you like a countdown, like you have 5 minutes left of social media. Are you sure you want to do this? I think that's great because I think there's so many other things you could be doing with your life than being on social media. And I say that to a person that loves social media.
Oh yeah, I love it. I am so in Instagram right now. It's absurd. Like I am on fire with. I love Instagram right now.
Could you see yourself giving it up for a day? One whole day.
Oh yeah, I can see that. Like I don't.
That means posting or reading.
Oh, posting, no problem. Like on my personal account, like I'll go weeks without posting. I think I think I went like a month without.
Could you go without opening the app? Yet. Could you go 1 day without opening the app?
Oh, for sure.
Could you go 2 days?
Probably.
Could you go a full week?
I think I can. I'm going to tell you why. I don't. Depending on the mood I'm in, like there have been certain points in my life where I don't want to be on there at all.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to see, because there are certain times where you don't want to see what people are doing on the weekend.
Yeah.
Because it's going to make you angry. Yeah. Or make you feel a certain type of way. You don't want to do that. So, I could see myself putting it down for a few days.
No. I said a week. Now, you said you could do it for a week, and now you're saying a few days.
I could. I mean, it would be tough for me because, I am managing a media outlet, and I'm supposed to be on. social media. So it would be asking a lot for me to not do that.
Could you do it for a work week, Monday to Friday? We'll let you have the freaking weekend because you're going to break it.
All my accounts?
All of your accounts. Yes, we're talking being off social media to see what it's like.
Or just Instagram?
No, all of your damn accounts. How many? Yeah, I know how many accounts you have. We don't go there, but could you do it? Could you do it?
Oh,
because you woke up for 5:30 every day for a week.
Yeah.
And that was life-changing.
Yes.
Could you stay off of the social media?
I don't know if I could or not. I really don't. I don't know if I could do it all week. Facebook, yes. Facebook I can definitely do. Facebook I don't use nearly as much. I use Facebook mostly now for work, and I'll check it like once a day. I don't really check it like nonstop as much as I used to.
We might have to give this a social experiment.
I don't know, man. I gotta converse with people. I gotta troll people.
Let's talk about this. When we bring Kaz back.
I only troll wrestling fans. I don't troll actual, I don't troll my
You're not
friends.
on there bullying people, are you?
No. I'm up there like trying to mess with people because people are mean.
Okay.
So I gotta give it back to them.
Yeah.
That's what has to happen.
All right, well, let's consider that for future idea here for the show. You're not going to last a week. Maybe just 2 days. Could you do without 2 days for freaking social media purposes?
2 days? Yeah, I could do 2 days.
All right.
I could
do freaking the bad negotiations. Like talking to a kid here.
I could do 2 days, yeah. It's a big deal. A man who posed as his ex-fiance's dead mother in a bid to win her back has been sentenced. Roy Meadwell, 51, from Yeovil, I guess that's how you say it, broke the terms of a restraining order when he sent Kay Wimberry a letter pretending to be the ghost of her mother.
This sounds like it's going to work, right? So when you have a restraining order already, you're an ex-fiance, and now you're pretending to be the dead mother.
Yeah, that's not great. That's not a great way to do business. The letter told Ms. Wimberry she had made a, quote, terrible mistake in rejecting Meadwell and added, quote, all you have to do is call him, end quote. Exeter Crown Court heard. He was sentenced to 4 months in prison, suspended for 2 years. Meadwell had been banned from contacting Ms. Wimberry after assaulting her in December 2016. He was also banned from entering Cornwall, where she lived, by the restraining order, but visited the county on 4 occasions.
So this guy pretends to be this woman's, his ex-fiance.
Yes.
Pretends to be the dead mother.
Yeah.
Writing from the grave.
That's correct.
To get back with this guy.
Hey, man, people are desperate. It's cuffing season.
What the hell does that mean?
You don't know what cuffing season is?
No.
Stop. You don't know what cuffing season is? This really
If I
shouldn't
Google
apply.
this, is this going to come up on this?
Oh, for sure. I wrote a missive a few years ago about the multiple seasons of dating. And cuffing season is one of those seasons. So I'll give you a quick explanation here.
Like cuffing, like you're...
It's just another word for mating. It's the term used to describe the period during autumn and winter months in which avid singletons find themselves seeking to be cuffed or tied down by a serious relationship. But you'd be forgiven for thinking this has something to do with S&M. That's the explanation.
Is that Urban Dictionary?
No, it's Independent UK. But that is during the fall and season, people are looking to lock in relationships. So this is kind of a hyped up version of cuffing.
So are we being cuffed right now? Like, is this... Because, no, it's fall, right? So we're not cuffing yet.
It's
so what season are we in now? What is
this
it, pre-cuff?
This is summer. So this is like basically, this is how I interpret it, okay? From...
The pre-cuff equinox?
The day after Valentine's Day.
Okay, what are we calling that?
Through the summer, that's like free agency.
Okay, so they call it free agency.
Yeah, this is how I look at it. It's free agency.
Okay.
So you're setting it up to get to the fall and the winter seasons, so then you can lock in whoever you've honed in on to cuff them. And then you take it from there.
Till when?
Till you get married?
Oh, my gosh.
Till you break up?
Oh, my gosh.
Whatever you're trying to do, whatever your goals are.
All right.
people have different goals.
Well, and you started at Valentine's Day. I didn't know if that was like you cuff them till then you break loose from them, so you don't have to have any like sort of gifts.
No, there are breakups typically happen around. Well, I mean, it happens all the time, but you'll see breakups around Valentine's Day because people are either trying to, and this is in my opinion. This is all theory. I don't have any, statistical proof of this, but this is things I have observed over the years.
Okay.
You get to Valentine's Day, and sometimes people will try to get through Valentine's Day because nobody wants to be a total heel and break up with somebody like right before or on Valentine's Day. So you wait maybe a few weeks after that, cut the cord, then you're a free agent, then you have all that time, spring, summer, you go into free agency, and then from free agency, you're ready for cuffing season.
You're really waxing poetic on this thing.
I study these things.
So Derek is our cuffing correspondent.
Yeah. I study these things, man. What can I tell you? I could write a thesis paper on this.
A Maine restaurant says news about the anger surrounding a change in its French fries has reached people all over the world. Boley's famous Frank's co-owner Leslie Parsons tells the Kennebec Journal a newspaper in China wanted to try its fries, and it received a call from people representing the TV chef Rachel Ray. So the Journal had reported the Waterville restaurant faced threats of violence when it changed from crinkle cut to straight cut fries in June. How dare you? Parsons says the change was a financial decision because crinkle cut fries required special blades that needed to be bought monthly. Good for them, though, by the way, making their own crinkle cut fries. She says many people felt as new owners, they were changing tradition at Boley's, which had served crinkle cut fries since its opened in 1962. That's what this controversy is all about. Parsons said that despite the criticism, 100% of its customers are awesome. So it's saying 1% are kind of tool bags. But so what do you go with? If you're going to go French fries, let's throw them all on the table, the regular one. You have the straight French fries.
Yes.
Right? You've got the crinkle cut. Okay, so straight French fries, crinkle cut fries. You got yourself the curly fry.
Yeah.
You've got yourself the waffle fry.
Yeah.
And I think that's every variation.
Steak.
The steak. How can I forget the freaking steak fries? I love me a steak fry.
Yeah.
Where are you going? Where do you fall?
Okay, so this is a great question.
Yeah, I know.
Waffle fries.
Oh, they're so good.
Are number one.
Yeah.
Good waffle fries with a little salt and seasoning. It's the best. It's tremendous. So that would be number one. Number two for me, steak fries. Number three, straight fries.
Okay.
And number four, crinkly fries. However, if the crinkly fries are seasoned, then that's a big bump up.
Okay, so I gotta disagree a little bit. I'm gonna go waffle fry one. This is this tough call.
It is. It's not easy. Not to be taken lightly.
So waffle fry. Then I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna get a little nuts here. I'm going steak fry.
Yes.
Then I'm going crinkle cut. Then I'm going curly.
Yeah.
And then I'm going straight. Straight at the end, it's whatever.
Yeah, okay.
But crinkle cut fries are good, though.
Crinkle cut fries are very good.
But apparently it's causing this uproar after serving, for many, many years. The tradition ends.
Sad. Respect French fries of all forms.
I feel like, can't we all get along?
A woman has used the Tinder dating app to prank more than 100 men into showing up for a date that turned out to be a Hunger Games style competition. Oh, I heard about this.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know what the Hunger Games are.
You don't know what that is?
I don't know what
it's a movie/book.
No, that's why.
Don't worry about it. I think it's overrated,
Okay.
so you're not missing much.
All right.
The New York Times reports that the woman identified as Natasha Aponte, I guess that's how you say it?
Yeah.
Invited dozens of Tinder contacts to meet her in Manhattan's Union Square on Sunday for what they thought was a one-on-one date. Instead, a woman who says she was Natasha told them they had to compete for a date with her. She disqualified the men who were under 5'10" and those named Jimmy, a name she dislikes.
What? A name she dislikes.
Yeah. So weird. Then she asked the remaining contestants to perform push-ups and foot races. The stunt reportedly was videotaped by Rob Bliss, the man who shot a widely watched catcalling video in 2014.
Wait, these cats actually did this stuff?
Yeah. Again.
What did she look like?
Again, this all goes back to what I just said. We are approaching cuffing season. This is free. That's an extreme version of free agency right there. That's
but
extreme.
let's find out what she looks like.
That's
because
the NFL draft combine.
if she's able to get these cats to do this, but she wasn't even there, right?
No, I don't think she was there. I think she was in absentia.
Yeah, dating app. Oh, you know what? No, she was there. Oh, no, what they thought was a one-on-one date. No, but she was there because it wasn't a one-on. It was her and a bunch of them. So what does she look like there? Are you pulling her up over there?
Yeah. I mean, are you going to compete with 100 guys for this?
No, I'm not. Look, no. I would compete with one guy. Like, what am I freaking talking about? Not that I'm anything to write. I'm not saying I'm not nothing to write home about. But what I'm saying is, this is a lot. If you're asking me to do push-ups and foot races, no.
That's the beta male Olympics.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Come on. What, are we serious?
I would just go to the corner of the bar, I'd order myself a couple of cocktails, and call it a night.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't need that kind of hot mess.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to cuff anything there.
Oh, come on. Yeah, that's absurd. Under no circumstance should you be doing that ever.
But these dumb idiots, they fell for it.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking Jennifer Lawrence. You're talking prime peak Sharon Stone. You're talking Vanessa Williams.
Oh, but who you would do this
Berry.
for?
Yeah, I would do that for them.
Okay.
I would not do that for this young lady who appears to be trying to, I mean, she's, look, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
She's a knockout, but I don't think so.
Who was the one, who I liked? Who was the one? Katherine Heigl?
Oh.
Back in the day, I had a thing for her. Not so much anymore.
Grey's Anatomy?
Yeah.
Smokes. I think I don't know. I may have made that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not very popular.
Might have done with her, but yeah, she's apparently a jerk face.
Yeah, she's not very popular in Hollywood circles.
All right. Well, I think we bring this one up because of the fact that you and your dating apps, you better watch out.
I don't use Tinder anymore. That is off the...
Oh, there's one social media you're not using.
Yeah.
So there, you can count that in your mix.
Dunzo with Tinder. Can't do it.
Okay, well, that's good. So that is ICYMI for good old episode 47. It was a quick one. We wanted to go quick and dirty for you today on the good old episode 47.
You are listening to the Exit 58 podcast, and when we come back, we will wrap it up by paying tribute to the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin.
Subscribe to the Exit 58 podcast on iTunes and Stitcher by searching Exit 58 Podcast.
Back here on the Exit 58 podcast, I'm Derek. That's Danny.
Thank you.
Welcome back, Danny,
to
the
appreciate
show.
It. I appreciate it.
I don't know how you weaseled your way back onto the show, but hey, you're here.
Second time, long time.
Yes. So, unfortunately, in the since we last met collectively to do a podcast, the great Aretha Franklin passed away. And it was a weird week because the lead up to it was word got out that she was sick. Now, this happened, I believe, a couple years previous, that it was rumored she was going to pass away, and then, everything checked out and she was fine. But here, things were not going well, and it never turned around for her, and she passed away. I guess, what about last week?
Last
about
week,
a week ago,
I think it was like last Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah, as
or
we
2 weeks ago
this.
from when you hear this.
So it's interesting. The first memory, there's so many memories of Aretha Franklin that I have, but like the one that stuck out for me most as a child was WrestleMania 3. Because
one of the best. That was the best WrestleMania.
Yes, it was. It is still the Mona Lisa of all WrestleManias. So for those of you who have no idea what we're talking about, go on YouTube and just do a Google search, or I'm sorry, not a Google search, but just a search on Aretha Franklin WrestleMania 3. And what should pop up is her singing America the Beautiful at WrestleMania 3. They had her out on a platform and with her piano, and she did it, and it was great. It was in front of air quotes, 93,000 people. The real number was actually 78,000.
Why do you say that?
Because it was a misreported number to beat the Pope being in the Pontiac Silverdome. But that's a whole nother story. Anyways, great rendition of America the Beautiful by Aretha Franklin. But the beginning of WrestleMania 3, okay, think about this as a kid. It's Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant as the main event.
Yeah.
But the open is them doing this basic bare bones open. It pans out, and you see all of these people here on hand, and the little ring in the middle of this sea of humanity. And then Vince McMahon is standing in the middle of the ring, and he goes, "Welcome to WrestleMania 3." And he starts yelling, and whole thing, people are going crazy. And then a brief pause, and then he introduces Aretha Franklin. I can't even dare do the voice that he did. It was incredible.
You'll hurt yourself.
Yeah, he introduces Aretha, and then on cue, she hits the piano notes. It was brilliant. All-time singer. All-time great voice.
Yeah.
One of the best to ever do it.
Now, what do you think up there with some of the other famous deaths that are out there, right?
Oh, this is huge. This is no
so
question.
let's rank this death.
Rank this death. Oh my God! Rank this death.
But,
oh, okay.
Yeah. Where would you put this? No. But like, go ahead. What are you gonna say?
I mean, this is not. I don't think anything will be bigger than Michael Jackson dying. Like that was huge. I mean, this is Michael. This is in the line of Michael Jackson, Prince.
Yeah.
It's there.
Whitney Houston. I just found out.
Whitney Houston. Yeah.
I'm looking at a ranking of dead people rather.
Stop.
Yeah, and I actually didn't know Ray Charles was dead. But
you didn't know Ray Charles was dead?
No, but I'm just seeing now that he is. We're confirmed.
You did not know Ray Charles was dead.
How long ago did he die? It probably should tell me here if I'm looking at the site.
Oh my goodness, Ray Charles died at least 10 years ago.
You think it is?
Oh, he had to have.
But
2004.
2004. Okay, that was a long time ago. That was what?
2003, 2004, 2005. A horrible run for musical death.
But he is of all the on this site of ranked deaths, which is why I said that. He's number 60. He's number 68 to go.
What website? What is it? Rankeddeaths.com?
It's called Ranker. Vote on everything, and he is not. He is number 67 or 68.
What do you do? Search top deaths of all time.
I just searched. I searched dead musicians, and rock stars it's ranker.com/crowdrank-list/rock-stars-who's-deaths-word-the. But anyway, that's where we are. So don't go there yet. But what death? What musical death? This is actually turning out to be better than I anticipated. What death do you think is number one on the music list?
Ever.
Yeah, see if you can get the top five. Then these are ranked by, let's see.
What's the criteria here?
Let's see. To keep the spirit of the list, your ranking should. So this was put together by people. People voted on this.
Okay.
This is the list where we hope to see people making their own rank. Yeah. So people voted on this.
Okay, I'm going to say Michael Jackson should be one.
Okay.
But I'm going to say he's not.
You'd be correct. Who's one?
Elvis.
No, but Elvis was at number 13. 13 best death.
Where's Michael Jackson?
Well, maybe not the best death, but you know what I'm saying. Michael Jackson didn't even crack the top 10. Oh, these are rock stars. Yeah, because these are rock stars. He's not going to... Oh, wait. No, there he is. Michael Jackson comes in at number 33. There were 32 other bigger deaths.
Oh, no, there weren't.
There were.
James Brown.
Let's look where Jamie is. James Brown. You got to remember that people are using this website probably don't know who James Brown is. James Brown's not even before him.
I need to...
Here we go. Top 3 deaths in order.
Yes.
Actually, I'll come down in order. Let's go top 10 deaths.
Okay.
Number 10, Bob Marley.
Okay.
Number 9,
Fair.
John Bonham.
Okay.
Number 8 is so lame. I mean, I'm sorry. Stevie Ray Vaughan. The number 7 death. This is like fantasy death league or something like that. The number 7, Janis Joplin.
Okay.
Number 6 death, Buddy Holly.
Okay, that's fine.
Number 5, Kurt Cobain.
Too high, but okay.
Where would you put Kurt Cobain's death? Like, where would you pick him? Would you pick him in the second round?
He can't be above.
Would you?
This sounds incredibly shallow.
Maybe
but
it's a keeper league.
If you're ranking this like list legitimately,
Yeah.
You can't have Kurt Cobain ahead of Michael Jackson.
This could be a keeper league. I don't know.
Sorry.
Keep him back in there.
You
Although
can't-
you're not keeping him anywhere. He's dead.
You can't.
Number 4, Jim Morrison. Died in 71.
All right.
Number 3, this one's a good one. Freddie Mercury.
That's fine.
Number 2, John Lennon.
Of course, yes.
And the number 1, hit the drummer, please, for the drum roll. Jimi Hendrix.
I mean, all right, but
Yeah. How about that,
like,
though?
what is the what's the criteria here?
I don't even know. I just kind of Googled it because we were talking about Aretha Franklin dying.
Boy.
So I figured that was appropriate to Google. But yeah, so check that out. You can
Crazy.
Google that. But yeah, so Aretha?
Aretha, not Aretha. Obviously, you did not have any great memories of Aretha Franklin.
Freudian slip there.
Yeah.
It was obviously.
Jeez.
Yes.
All right.
Rest in peace.
All right, Danny.
That's our tribute.
Yeah. Thanks, Danny. Danny, you will not find Freeway of Love on Danny's iPod or on his Apple Music collection. Well, that'll do it for the Exit 50A podcast.
Much respect.
Yes, much respect to the Queen of Soul. We'll be back soon, and when we come back, I have a prediction. The next show is going to be a really special show.
Yeah, I like that
really
idea.
Special
I love that idea.
We should have Kaz back.
Beautiful.
And we're going to have a 4th member of the podcast. And this person has never been on the Exit 58 podcast.
Whoa.
Ever, in any capacity.
And it's not me because I've been on now.
That's correct. It's not a fake person. It's not. Rob's not coming back to the show.
That guy's
Sorry.
a loser anyway.
Yeah, dope. He quit.
Yeah.
Forget him. It's not Jason. It's not JPS. We're bringing in a very special guest for the next show. You'll have to tune in to find out. In the meantime, you can catch up on previous episodes of the Exit 58 podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud. We're all over the place.
Love it.
Twitter, Facebook, etc., etc. So that'll do it for Danny.
Later days.
I'm Derek. Have a good one. See ya.